Red Bull's Max Verstappen heads into the second half of the 2024 season with the best of both worlds. 7 wins from the first 12 races for a mountainous 84-point lead in the drivers' standings. And a furious fight at the front of the grid, with McLaren and now Mercedes able to give the energy drink squad something to think about. At the same point last year, Verstappen had won 10 races for a 125-point advantage over teammate Sergio Perez and 165 over nearest non-Red Bull rival Fernando Alonso. And the Dutchman didn't expect a repeat into 2024.
I think last year, of course, we had an incredible year. We've won so many races and broke quite a few records as well along the way. So it's definitely going to be hard to try and do something similar. But that's also not entirely the aim. We want to, of course, win. We want to win the championship, but it doesn't always need to be record-breaking. Let's say like that.
Silverstone saw Verstappen breathing fire down Sir Lewis Hamilton's neck in the closing stages, though he was unable to close and overtake. With the Dutch driver struggling for pace in the opening stint, but not mentally on the ragged edge like he was in Austria, where he made contact with Norris on lap 64. Though he was largely unaffected by the steward's sanctions, with a 10-second time penalty and 2 points on his super license. After they determined, before turning in, the driver of car 1 moved to the left, causing a collision with car 4. And that the driver of car 1 was predominantly at fault and therefore imposed the above-mentioned penalty in line with precedents. In the Austria aftermath, there was no shortage of calls for the FIA to re-look at rules surrounding movement in the braking zone and criticism of Verstappen's craft. This race was very much Max 1.0, with his default driving tactics and denials resurfacing, wrote Sky Sports UK's Martin Brundle. But the Dutchman's moves were backed by his boss Christian Horner. Max is a hard racer. He's probably one of the hardest racers on the circuit, and everybody knows that if you're going to race against Max, he's going to give as good as he gets, he said. All of it ensures that Red Bull, McLaren and Mercedes go into 2024's second half with their gloves off, and it's the fans who will reap the reward. Thanks for watching. To stay up to speed on all things Formula One, make sure you hit the subscribe button.